Yay! I think I figured this out. Maybe not the right angle though. Oops. It's definitely not good. Alright. Well, this is what I'm sewing. Alright, this is not a great angle. Crap, I want to fix it. Alright, I don't think anyone's watching anyway, so. Alright, I'm an only child so I'm used to talking to myself. Alright, this is a dolly from Swoon. I am just finishing it up, and then I need to figure out what to sew next. So I'm just rolling the seam between my fingers right now so I can get ready to top stitch it. And then over there is my embroidery machine that's doing some freestanding lace. I got a new bobbin case for it, and I don't think that solved the issue because I still have bobbin thread coming up to the top. And I knew how to fix that on the crappy old industrial machine I had, but this is just a home machine, so I'm dreading having to go to a brother dealer and have them look at it, because not only do I have to pay for that, but then I have to be condescended to, which has been my experience with sewing machine dealerships. They're like, oh, the little lady needs some help with her machine. So that's something I'm particularly interested in, but I might have to just do it. Alright, I think I'm going to press this. Oh, are there people watching? Holy crap, cool. Oh. Well, if anyone's paying attention, hi. I figured if I'm sitting here anyway, I might as well live stream and see what happens, because I guess I'm not a big fan of privacy. I don't know. So I'm making a dolly by Swoon, and this is just about the last step of it. I'm just trying to get this to roll to the inside so I can top stitch around the edge. So this usually is where I mess up the bag and it looks like crap. Oh, hi, Sue. I'm not quite sure what I'm accomplishing here, but I thought I would try live streaming. I've done it before, but sometimes I just have days where I don't want to talk to anybody because I'm so exhausted from the week of working my day job, which is teaching. So I'm currently teaching ninth graders to use Microsoft Excel pretty much against their will. It was a class that the school put everyone in and made them take, and it's an art school. So these are all kids who'd rather be dancing or drawing or something. Oh, my bobbin ran out on the embroidery machine. So anyway, it can kind of wear you down a little bit, but unfortunately the state has eliminated the funding for the class, so it's all kind of a moot point now because the class will no longer be offered next year, so I don't know if I will have a job for much longer. So anyway, I'm making a dolly by Swoon. I made one of these once before, and it was a couple years ago, and my vinyl skills were not great. I was having issues with the vinyl sticking and did not have a Teflon foot or a walking foot. And I've had good luck with both of those as far as having vinyl behave properly and not stick to the presser foot or the bed of the machine. So anyway, it turned out really badly. It was so bad I don't think I ever even took pictures of it because I found it quite embarrassing. So I decided to make a second one, which is kind of vindication, really. And I screwed this one up too and didn't have enough of this owl fabric to cut a new flap, which is the thing I messed up on. So anyway, I finally bought some. I found an Etsy shop that would sell me just a fat quarter because that's all I needed. And then ordered some other fabric from them so I could make some baby gifts because I have some family members who are spawning children. And it's always nice to give them a handmade gift. People tend to appreciate them, at least in my experience. So anyway, so I got my new owl fabric here, and so I can close this. All right. This isn't too bad. I haven't put the strap on it yet. I'm not really thrilled with the stitching job I did on the strap, but I'm out of this gray vinyl, I think. So I managed to fussy cut it. If you can see, this flap is separate. Thank you. So I think I did pretty well at, for the most part, fussy cutting, so this kind of blends in. And then you can see I made a Blanche by Swoon with the same fabric. So I cut this out of the remnants left over, but then of course screwed it up, had to get a new piece. But yeah, I just have to get rid of this pen mark on here that I used to mark these connectors. I don't do well with vinyl connectors at all, and in fact didn't do so well with the fabric ones either. It was hard to maneuver the zipper foot. So, all right, so then I have to just rivet on these handles or the strap. All right, so then the pattern calls for these little swivel hooks, and I'm thinking I might just skip those. Oh, hi there. I'm assuming your name isn't First, but hi, First. So anyhow, I like to save money sometimes and just put the strap right onto the D-ring or whatever ring it is. This is a Swoon, or a dolly from Swoon. I just finished making it, and then I'm also machine embroidering some freestanding lace. I'm not mechanically inclined because I got a home embroidery machine, and then now I'm having issues with that too. So I think the common denominator is me. I'm just not mechanically inclined, but there it is. So I'm going to rivet this later, and I'm going to save $2 and not use these. I don't need the strap to come off because there's no other way of carrying it. So, All right, so now oh I'm having issues with the bobbin thread. It's supposed to be like the bobbin or the what is it? The bobbin to top thread ratio is supposed to be when embroidery 2/3 to 1/3. So you should only have or 1/3 of the bobbin showing at the bottom, and it's all bobbin showing. So I bought a new bobbin case, and then that arrived today finally. And by the way, sewing parts online totally sucks. Horrible communication. Might make a video about it. I wish Waywack had sewing machine parts because they're awesome. Yeah, see mine. I bought this used in. I went into a Facebook group where other people had the same machine, and I guess it was supposed to come with two, but since it was used, the woman I bought it from, I don't think she did a lot of embroidery with it because she had like some other massive baby lock that she embroidered with. So she probably just didn't replace it. So that's what I did. I replaced it. I put it's an embroidery only bobbin case. Yeah, it didn't work. So now I need to try winding my own bobbins, but I need to buy bobbin thread on a spool. And then I also bought more bobbins, like someone that thought maybe the generic Amazon ones weren't sufficient. I mean, they worked fine with other brother machines, but I really don't have anything to lose by trying at this point. So that'll be the next thing that I try. So I'm pretty sure it's 40 weight. Does it say on this box? Oh no, it's 60 weight. Maybe that's what I did wrong. This is just a generic from Amazon pre-wounds because I am not patient. So, oh wow. And then between that and this, I thought today would be a good day to get rid of some UFO projects. If you're new, UFO means it's like an acronym for unfinished object. So it's a pretty common thing amongst those of us who sew. You start cutting up a project and you're all like, yay, gung-ho, let's do this. And then after a while, like, I want to do something else. So I have a few of those. You can kind of see, yeah. Under this cutting table here, these are just Dollar Tree dish pans. These all have projects in various stages of completion. And a lot of time I don't feel like sewing, I just feel like cutting, and then that's fine, I do that. For the most part, I end up making them in a reasonable length of time, but this particular bin has these might be like 2 to 3 years old. There's 2 bags in here, and I just kind of lost interest. Yeah, so I got this picnic tote from, what is it? Oh, So Can She. A punny name. And then I have this pattern called the Podium. Oh, here's from Chris W. Designs. This was a Bag of the Month Club pattern when it came out, so I don't think I normally would have picked it, but I cut out all this fabric. I even found a spool of thread in here that I probably could have used for other projects along the way. I've got the foam on it, so I kind of feel like on principle I need to finish this bag, even though I'm not really. Yeah, that too. Like, I've done that as well, where maybe it was something that was vinyl that required a lot of top stitching. I'll kind of stash it away and then go back to it later when I feel more confident. Yeah. There was something I made last weekend. Oh, this Blue Callus sweet pea. Let me get it. Yeah. So this was, I'm trying to make patterns more than once, just so I feel like I really got my money's worth from them. So this is the second, well, this is a free pattern, so it doesn't even matter, but this is a sweet pea from Blue Calla. I love her patterns. They're really well done. So this is the second time making this one. So I just wanted to try again and see how my skills have improved. My piping skills still suck. I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, it took a long time to get to this. Thank you. But yeah, and then I made another Ramona by Swoon, which is another free pattern. And that one I think turned a little bit better than the first one I made way back when. But I don't know, it's just cool to see how I get better. Yeah. Just trying to decide what I want to do with this. I don't know. I think I might. I don't know. See. I think I had to cut a new flap for this podium. I think that's what happened. Oh yeah, I remember I was gonna embroider on this flap something decorative, and then sometimes embroidering on vinyl, if you don't stabilize it right, it's all wavy. Yeah, I've made a lot of the little So Sweetness bags, the ones that have the drop-in lining. Ugh. Oh no, I'm in Florida, so no, we have like 70-degree weather. Let me check. I'm using my webcam to stream this time, so I have use of my phone. It's 62 degrees right now in Florida. So I don't think, because I'm like halfway down the state, like between Tampa and Sarasota. I don't think we've ever had snow in this area. I don't think. All right, I'm going to put this back. All right. Oh, yuck. That's terrible. I've always wanted to visit the UK because, well, really, I have not ever been able to travel out of the country. Just financial. I'm not like a fugitive or anything, but I always wanted to go to the UK. It seemed really interesting to me. Sorry for the bad angle. I'm trying to wind a bobbin over here. Like I said, I'm trying to figure all this live streaming stuff out, and I really just decided that the only way to get decent at it is to just keep practicing and trying it out. And if people hate it, they don't have to watch. So, no harm done. See, yeah. So I think if I ever do get to go to the UK to visit one day, I will have to go in the warmest time of the year. Oh, I guess I'm not winding this bobbin this bobbin. I'm out of thread. Oh, that sucks. Right in the middle of a project. All right. Well, I'm just gonna shut this whole thing off. No one ordered this or anything. Here, I can show you what I was working on. This is an I think it's an Urban Threads design. Let me check real quick. I have the PDF open. Is this Urban? Yeah. Okay, this is an Urban Threads design. If you're interested, it's freestanding lace. Oops, there goes the spool. Grab that layer, throw it in recycling. But you have to make 3 of these, and then you attach them. How do you attach them? Oh, yuck. You have to hand sew them, and then add little wooden sticks and a button and a tassel. All right. So I don't know why I bought this. I bought it a really long time ago. I think I used to just buy things just for the sake of buying them with really great intentions. So now I have a lot of embroidery designs I've never stitched, and then now I no longer embroider for a living, so they're kind of all sitting around collecting figurative dust. But anyhow, I just think it's really cool. You can use thread to make something, like just thread, because you're not even the stabilizer. That goes away even, so you're left with just thread and it makes something. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a market for any of this sort of thing. I don't think I've tried selling it. I did make a pair of earrings. Oh, here they are. Yeah, so I just have to soak away the stabilizer in warm water and then make the other 1.5 of them. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, so these are earrings. So I don't know. Knee lift. Yes, actually I don't think you can see, but like out of camera is my Elma machine, which I got in 2002, and it has a knee lift. And then like a decade and a half ago, I got it serviced for something unrelated. I think it was just regular like servicing. And when I got it back, my knee lift stopped working. And the place is an hour away. So I just like, all right, I guess I don't have a knee lift anymore. And this Juki right here has one. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to have it back. Rayon. Yeah, this particular thread, this was cotton thread. Pretty sure. Yeah, Metler, fine embroidery, something, number 60. I'm pretty sure it's cotton. Oh yeah, mercerized cotton. So this is probably really old. I don't remember where I bought this. It might be from the quilt shop. Oh, you know what sucks too is I live in this not large town, and they had a quilt shop, and it wasn't great. Like the they don't really stock any like the popular fabrics, like the Tula Pinks and Juicy Juices and I don't know, Cotton and Steel, Ruby Star. They don't have anything like that. So, and at one time I did, like, believe it or not, I'm actually kind of shy. I emailed them once because I was kind of too shy to ask in person, and plus I just didn't go there that often because they didn't have what I wanted. I'd asked, oh, do you take requests? Like if enough people request something, a particular fabric, can you order it? And they never responded. So anyway, got an email from them a week or two ago saying they are closing down after 24 years or something like that. And it's really sad, but then, I mean, they must have not wanted to stay open that badly because they did not make any effort to, I don't know, like I didn't really feel terribly welcome when I went in there. There's another quilt shop. It's like probably it's at least 30 minutes away where they do sell really cool fabrics. And when I would go in there, they were more friendly and stuff. Because when I have something to talk about, like sewing or cats, I can actually someone hold a conversation and not just get all nervous and go hide. And they would be friendly and stuff. But this place near here, I had to feel like I was having to carry the conversation, and maybe it was like a generational thing because these it was some like very elderly ladies in there, and it's like I don't have anything against old ladies or anything, but maybe they just thought that they wouldn't have anything in common with me. But here I am, like talking about all this, like I point to a pattern, like, oh hey, have you made that one? It was actually this one right here, and she's just like, no. I'm like, all right, you don't want to, like, okay. So I just smiled and paid and left, and then later on I get that email like, oh, we're closing. I'm like, yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, it was just really, really frustrating. Like, yeah, I guess they were like, all right, well, we're done with this, and we'll just hang out at our respective houses instead of having this expensive quilt shop. And they didn't even have a ton of fabric. Most of their square footage was like a class area, so maybe they made their money from classes, and they were a Husqvarna Viking dealer, so maybe that's where they made their money. I don't think it was from fabric, and they didn't have any notions either. But yeah, it still sucks. But yeah, I just ended up ordering fabric online. Yeah, because I mean, at least you know what it is when it's these quilting fabrics. It's different, like for garment fabric. We're like, oh, this says it's like stretch ponte or whatever, and you can't really see how thick it is or like what the weight of it is and if it's gonna pill or anything like that, because there aren't really like many known brand name fabrics. But with quilt fabrics there are, so you know precisely what you're getting, so it's really easy to order online. Yeah, yeah, and actually the place I ordered that, where'd the thing go? The dolly I just made, the owl fabric. That shop is in Cape Coral, which I think it's maybe an hour from me, something like that. I ordered the fabric from them and I received it 2 days later. Like I was really, really happy about that. So now I'm just waiting for the pattern I'm using it for to arrive. But yeah, I don't know if you guys ever work with By Annie patterns. I have before, and at first I'm like, oh, these are really expensive. But then I don't know. They're meant to be used a lot, so I kind of feel like I'm getting my money's worth, even though I'm spending a lot of money on them. But I'll show you this one. This is the Running with Scissors tool case. I really love it. I use it every time I sew. And then this is the Take a Stand tote. They're designed to like stand like this, like it's supposed to be a stand for it. And that's the only reason I made this. I think I have some. Do I even have anything in here? Oh, I have the carrying strap. That's all. It's completely empty. But yeah, so I made it as the stand. Yeah, By Annie is great. And it's like, it's nice because you can incorporate embroidery into it, especially like something like this side, it's got the little border. You could always do like a border embroidery design instead of using a coordinated print. You'd think I would do that more often than I do, but I don't know. But it's really fun because I learn all these new skills and stuff. And then she's got basically a whole ecosystem because the foam interfacing is, she manufactures it and then she sells this mesh too. And then she even sells zippers, but I find them cheaper elsewhere. I get most of mine from Zip It on Etsy. So the zippers are cheaper elsewhere. And then so is the fold over elastic. So most of her projects use all these types of components in them. So it's cool though, because then once you make one of her patterns, you kind of developed all the skills you need to make others for the most part. So yeah, it goes like this, and then there goes one of my there goes the other one. Yeah, it really is. And then it's also got pockets on the outside, which I don't think I even put anything in here. Yeah, that one's empty. Yeah, so that. In my defense, though, I haven't done any traveling, really. So I, stuff that I have sitting out, if I were to travel, I could keep it in these pockets. There we go. Yeah, I really like this a lot. And I love this fabric, too. It's, the line is called Stag and Thistle, and I think the designer is Brett or Brent. I think it's Brett Ellis. I don't know. I think it was his first collection of fabrics, but I just love the colors, and it's got all these deer and birds, and the bird nests have spools of thread in them. But it's cute, but it's not like fuddy-duddy. I don't know. I think if the colors had been different, it could have given off that vibe, but I really like it. What else am I doing? I think what else? Oh, for the sewing supplies online store. Oh my gosh, I'd ordered from them before, and they do take a while to ship. So I placed the order December 20th, knowing that it wasn't gonna leave their place right away. Yeah, oh yeah, me too. I try to learn something new with every new bag if I can. Oh yeah, Silk Du Peony. Chiffon is my nemesis. It's just too slippery. At least with Silk Du Peony, it kind of feels like paper. So I don't know. I think it's not as bad, but it ravels so badly. But anyway, it was sewing. Was it Sewing Parts Online or sewing? Oh my gosh, I should know what it is. I think I already tossed the receipt. But anyway, so I figured, after a couple days, like, where's my order? And then I just get this automated email from them saying, yeah, that, oh, if we've sent your order, I hope you like it. If we haven't, please be patient. I'm like, does your email client or email program not have a way to separate the people whose orders I've shipped from those who haven't? Like, I've never gotten such a bizarre generic email like that before, and it didn't tell me anything. And then eventually, I finally got a message. Oh, we're so sorry for the delay. I think this was maybe a week or two ago. Oh, one of your items is back ordered, and it was some needles. So I responded back and said, this is kind of ridiculous. I placed the order, I think at that point it had been 2 weeks ago. Why didn't you just contact me and say, hey, either do a partial shipment or ask me, do I want to substitute it or just do a refund? So I wrote back and I said, I was waiting for that bobbin case. That was the main reason I placed the order. The rest of it was just general sewing supplies so I could get the free shipping threshold. And so I said, just cancel the one pack of orders. Like, oh yeah, we like to ship all together. I'm like, I like to get my stuff. So they said that well, then if you cancel that item, which was a $3 pack of needles, you no longer meet the free shipping threshold. So the cheapest is $7.80 priority mail. The box was this big, by the way. You can easily ship that first class. Yeah, it was sewingpartsonline.com. So I'm like, really? Like, I just feel like from a customer service standpoint, they should have just refunded the needles and ate the shipping. So I'm like, okay, fine. Give me 2 packs of one of the other size needles that I ordered. And they did that, and there was no like, oh, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, or well, yeah, and that too. It didn't say anything on their website that they didn't have it in stock, because if I had known that, I would not have ordered that particular item, because again, I was just looking for just general consumables to meet the shipping threshold. So yeah, I'm not going to order for them again unless I absolutely cannot find what I need elsewhere. I will go out of my way. I'll just look on eBay, or sometimes I can find parts on Etsy, but yeah, I'm done. Like that's just crap. I don't know. That's just not how you do things. And then just to not even express any remorse or anything, just like I felt like they were just like Amazon, where they're just like, yeah, you're just another person and we don't really care, because it is what it is. But I was just not expecting that. I don't know. I guess that's a good thing about shopping with small businesses. They actually care whether or not you're happy for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because my Etsy orders are really really low now, because I'm not making new stuff for the shop at this point. But when I screw something up, or if something is not right or whatever, I apologize. I at least express remorse and empathy. Unless they're like really rude, then I'll just be like, all right, sorry. Like I had someone pandemic, and it's Christmas time. You should expect that packages might be delayed. Well, they were mad because things they ordered after the $3 pack of felt they ordered for me arrived sooner. That's not relevant. It's not like there's not like one central line, a single file line at the postal service from all over the country, and they ship in the order they receive. No, it doesn't work like that at all. There's distribution and sorting all over the country. So yeah, it was ridiculous. And they were just like, I don't like your customer service. You didn't even try to find the item. I'm like, the tracking is right there. I think a lot of people think that those of us with online businesses have some sort of inside channel to the post office where we get more information than they do on the USPS tracking, and that's not the case at all. So, so people like that, I don't even care. Like, don't order from me again. Yeah, that too. Like, I'm not Amazon. Yeah, I get that a lot. And really, it was like, oh, and then she wanted it replaced. I'm like, the cost of shipping is more than the item. Like, no, I'm not taking a loss on something because it got delayed through no fault of my own. And yeah, I mean, some people could be like, well, it wasn't her fault either or anything like that. That's fine. We're just going to agree to disagree. And, you know, I'm just selling the felt because I'm not aware of anywhere else you can get it. Except unless you get a wholesale account with National Nonwovens, which I guess you could, but yeah, I don't know. Here, I can turn the screen a little bit. Oh, you still can't see it. Yeah, but I have this IKEA bookcase over there, and it's just all felt. It's really pretty, actually. Oh, here we go. There. There's all my beautiful felt. So, oh, now I'm going to mess up how I have this. That works. Yeah. So I'm just selling it, not really. I mean, I don't know how much money I even make, but I'm just selling it just because I really love it and I want other people to have it too. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, the screen flickered. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I think I might have seen that design before. Yeah, and all felt is definitely not created equal. Yeah, yeah, personally with something like a poop bag holder or keychain or whatever, I would not use felt with that because I don't think it would withstand the amount of abuse and then friction because it's being thrown into a bag or you're handling it a lot. I would use like a thinner vinyl, like maybe that promo vinyl from my punk broidery. Yeah, that's what I would use. Either that or like if you're really married to the idea of using felt, I would use a wool blend felt. It's a little more durable. It's like a denser, well, it's not a weave, but it's more, I don't know, it's just more dense. If I have I have wool felt, but yeah, it's way over there. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of shops online that sell the wool blend felt, but I saw only a couple that sell the acrylic. So that's the main reason I keep selling it. I mean, I really should do the math and figure out how much money, like how much profit I'm making on it. It's probably not a lot, but I just hate the big box felt, like Michael's, Joann's, Walmart, even the Hobby Lobby especially. Ugh. And I don't really shop at those stores anymore. So I wanted to offer an alternative, and this stuff is better. And even with the shipping, yeah, even with the shipping, last I checked, it was the same price as a sheet of felt at the big box stores. So the shipping is what really gets you on this stuff because, like, if you were to get the wholesale like line sheet or whatever from National Nonwovens, you'd be like, whoa, that felt is really cheap. You know, Nikki's really screwing us over on the markup. But no, it's the price of the shipping is sometimes it's as much as the price of the felt. And then when I send it out, like if it's like just a 5-pack, like 5 sheets, the shipping is about the same price, if not more, than the actual felt. And I don't make any money on the shipping. That's another misconception. But when people shop online, that somehow like I'm making money. I'm like, no, that all goes to USPS. There's a tiny amount that I add on to cover the cost of my packaging, but yeah, I don't make money off of shipping charges. So yeah, like I said, it just covers the cost of like the mailers and like paper and ink and that sort of thing. Oh, let me show you guys this wallet. Or no, I already did in the previous video. Okay. Yeah, I was going to show you this one. I realized I already did. This is the Gentleman's Wallet from Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H. I just really like this pattern. This isn't my best work, but I don't know. My husband, he still has his. He carries it every day. It's made with wax canvas. It seems to get better with age. I don't know. All right, so what can I work on right now? Oh, I'm gonna cut this out. Yeah, it's great. I got it from, it's A.L. Francis Textiles on Etsy. It's really good. They, at least when I got it, it was shipped on a roll. So I just have, well, not anymore. I think I finally did use it up, but for a while it was under the cutting table because there's an opening that just goes from one end to the other. You can kind of see from here, I've got my waterproof canvas that came on a roll too. I have that on there. But yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, so today when I was trying out the new bobbin case, I just made this sewing charm. This is in the hoop design from Parker on the Porch. I think she's got people making videos for her. I've made a few, but you know, I don't do much in the hoop embroidery anymore. I think I will once I get the machine issue figured out. So I'm just gonna cut this out. I just used thread that I had sitting around. But Parker on the Porch is good stuff. They do good designs. And then I noticed the Okla Roots YouTube channel. She's gotten into machine embroidery videos, and they're really good. Like, I mean, they're object or subjective. They're objectively better than mine because she actually, you know, like makes an effort for the technical skills. I feel like we're probably like somewhat equal as far as teaching skills, but her technical skills as far as like the editing and the lighting and the camera angles and stuff, it's just so much better than mine, and I have no trouble admitting that. Yeah, Parker on the Porch. It's little sewing charms. They come in a set. I think there were 5 of them, and there was a scissors, like a mini, like kind of patchwork quilt design. Is there a needle and thread? I don't know. There were a couple. If you go on, it's parkerontheporch.com. They come in a set, and yeah, they are cute. There was probably a sewing machine one. Oh, no, this is the sewing machine. I don't remember. They're cool. I highly recommend. I have a bunch of her charm sets. I've never gotten a bad design from her. I just like her stuff. I like her aesthetic. It's kind of modern, and sometimes she has snarky stuff. Like she has some keychains with cuss words on them, and I think they're amusing. So they're very cool. Yeah, this came out okay. Yeah, except you can tell the tension is still not right because you should be able to see some of the pink thread on the back, because you can see I did this fuchsia thread as the outline, and then you see none of it on the back. But other than that, it seems like the rest stitched out okay. But yeah, it's that stupid tension. Oh, it makes me crazy. I always have tension issues with machines. I was used to the Alna machine. It had auto tension. I never had to mess with it. So then when I got that little red line, I have tried that. You know, I know it's like a last resort to, you know, mess with the tensioning screw, but with that red line, I had to use it all the time. What to use to cut the middle? Oh, like for like a keychain that has like basically a empty space inside. It depends. I'm looking around for an example and I can't find one. It depends how large the opening is. Usually what I'll do is I'll take one of those little X-Acto knives, and then I'll just kind of cut a little slash in the middle, and then use this little tiny, this is just a Kai scissors from Amazon. I use a tiny scissors to cut out the rest of it. Usually I kind of like make like an X in the middle without going all the way to the edge to kind of get most of it out so it's easier to maneuver. So that's what I do with those. Or if it's like a really big open space, I'll just kind of fold the project in half and then just make a little snip there if I'm feeling very, very brave. I'm trying to think, what else could I go over? Oh, I gotta. This is amusing. I have to show you this. I haven't posted this on social media yet because technically it's not done because I have to figure out how to hem very very tiny sleeves. This is for an American Girl doll. You can see it's a motorcycle jacket. The front is actually made wrong. Oh, I do need to look for the So Sweetness Discord. I remember hearing about that on one of their lives. But anyway, I did technically make this wrong. Like this is supposed to be, I don't know. Anyway, it's hilarious. You probably have to enlarge it pretty big to fit a dog. But see, look at this. It has functioning welt pockets. I had to buy special separating zippers, like they're doll size. And then it's got little belt loops, but I think they're too narrow for the belt, so the belt's just kind of sitting here. I kind of lost motivation because I used to make so many doll clothes for my niece, but she just turned 11, and that happened to coincide with her outgrowing the dolls. I knew it would happen eventually, but I'm still sad. But I made so much stuff for her doll. Yeah, I actually do. I have a life size, like a human size one, a pattern for it. Style Arc has one. It's on my wish list on Etsy. I was thinking of making one. The thing that makes me hesitant is that when I've made jackets in the past, they never fit, like my shoulder area. Like even though I have narrow shoulders, like I can't go like this very far, and it just like it stops me. So maybe I was just making the wrong size. But also I'm in Florida, so I could maybe wear it a few times a year and then just stare at it longingly in my closet the rest of the year while I sweat to death. So, yeah, maybe I will though anyway, because I could always bring it up to Wisconsin when we go up there. So, Wisconsin is where I'm originally from, so I have a lot of family up there, and then my parents bought a house up there for all of us to go and spend time in, which is a really wonderful thing that they're able to do. So going to enjoy that. They just got it last year. So that'll be some video topics because on the property, they have this really dilapidated shed that they don't have a use for it because they have a garage next to it. They fixed up the garage because the garage looked like you would just like sneeze on it, it would fall over. They fixed that and everything. Actually, my uncle and cousin did, not them. Yeah, you'd think, but there are not a ton of fabric stores in Wisconsin either. So there's a shed next to the garage, and I asked my stepdad, and I'm like, hey, do you have any plans for this thing? You know, are you gonna like turn it into like a weight room? It's like, nope, I got the basement for that. Do whatever you'd like with it. I'm like, thank you. So it's going to be a sewing arts and crafts studio. Hopefully by the time I get up there, some work will have been done to make it inhabitable, because right now it's got like a really big door in the front, and I need just the one people door on the side, and then I need some windows added, and then it needs like, I think it had a concrete floor, but it needed walls. I think it needed a lot of stuff. Yeah, that too. Yeah, it needs insulation. It's just like some wood. It's like a regular like just plain old like garage shed type thing. Really, it's not like a habitable structure at this point. So eventually it will be, and I'm gonna film that whole process. I want it to have like drywall and safe electricity. It did have electricity, but it looked very suspect. So hopefully my brother-in-law will be willing to do that because he does electricity sort of stuff. So I'm hoping just to kind of everyone band together and make this thing. So no, I just go up there for like 2 weeks a year, and then eventually I'm hoping like after my kids are grown, then my husband and I could afford to just like get 2 plane tickets and maybe fly up there for long weekends or during Thanksgiving break since we're both teachers. So that's the eventual goal. My parents are staying up there for the entire summer break because my mom retired and my dad, he's a teacher too, so they can be up there the entire summer now. And even when the schools all shut down last March, as soon as he found out it was for the rest of the school year, they just went and hightailed it up there. And we're doing house projects the entire time. I think they stayed until August. So they were up there for like 4 months, and then we joined them. But I also have my sister. She has her family. So she has 3 kids. And then my stepbrother, he is, they're actually expecting, which is exciting. So yeah, so we have it's like not a huge extended family, but it's big enough where we needed some more space. So that's kind of how I got everyone on board with the shed project, because some of my kids are interested in drawing and painting, things like that. And then some of my nieces, and then my brother-in-law even likes art, and my mom likes to sew. So I figured there'd be enough of us using that shed that I could really get everyone on board with it. So I think I'm just going to go to IKEA and just get a bunch of like Billy bookcases, and then ask my husband to build something similar to this in the middle of the room so everyone kind of gather around and do whatever projects they like. Yeah, it's a really good use for a garage. or one of these, like, what is it, like a 3-season porch kind of thing. That's what I'm in right now. Like, the walls are not insulated, and then I have a window air conditioner that you can probably hear in all my videos because it's a little bit loud. But and there's a whole bunch of windows. I have most of them blocked just because of the heat. Just oh my gosh, it's terrible in here in the summer, even with the air conditioner. Yeah, there's not a lot of room in a 1-bedroom for sewing. I've made it work before, but that's when I lived alone. So yeah. Yeah. What kind of business? Oh, yeah, that's rough. Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of wonder what happened with digitizing. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good thing because you could do it from home and not have to interact with the public. And there are advantages that, not like I hate all people or anything, but it is like working with the public is very draining. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice. You could do it from anywhere too. Like you could like hop in like a digital nomad. There's this channel here on YouTube called Cheap RV Living. I used to watch it all the time just because it was, I don't know. I don't know. I like learning about other people whose ways of life are very different from my own. I think it's fascinating. So I like that video or that channel because they also interview these people and like, oh, so why do you live in a van? And they tell you, and it's fascinating, and you can see how they modified it themselves. And yeah, I haven't watched them in a long time just because I've kind of moved on. I feel like I know all I need to know about RV living or van living. No, our lockdown in Florida ended. When did it end? Sometime over summer. Yeah, it was sometime over summer because school started back for us. I had to go back August 10th. They delayed the start of the school year. It wasn't really a huge lockdown. It was kind of minimal. People automatically just started rebelling against it. Like, well, if we all cooperate with this, we could get this over rather quickly. But that's not realistic because there's always going to be somebody who's like, screw you guys, I'm going to go to the bar, or I'm going to have a party at my house and hang out with a lot of people. So, but yeah, so the school got delayed by 1 week, and at first I was really, really terrified. I think I might have mentioned it in a video at some point. But it's been fine. To my knowledge, I have not gotten the virus. No one in my immediate family has gotten it. We kept one of our kids home, but the other two who go to the same school that I work at, I gave them the choice because they're high school age. So I'm like, what do you want to do? And they both wanted to go to school. So we've all been okay, but I think, and obviously I'm no scientist and I don't really have much of a medical background either, certainly not enough to pretend to have any authority on the subject. But I will say that there is definitely a correlation, maybe not a causation, but our school enforces mask wearing, and we have not have a single known case where it has been transmitted at school. We've had a lot of cases of students who have gotten it elsewhere and then exposed other people, like other students or whatever, to it, and then they go home and they have to quarantine for like 10 days or whatever it is. I know it recently changed. So, I mean, I've had students who I later found out had COVID. I walked up to them, because I'm their teacher. I needed to go check on them and interact with them, obviously, who I later found out had it. And I was 6 feet away. And it is very scary, but I'm glad you were able to get the shot. I have a couple nurse friends, and they actually posted on Facebook photos of them getting the vaccine. I'm really looking forward to getting it, but unfortunately, our governor kind of sucks. I don't know. I mean, he does suck, but it's just hard because, how do you decide who gets the vaccine first? And the CDC recommendations put me in the second or third group as a teacher, because I'm interacting with a couple hundred people every single weekday, but instead they're prioritizing people 65 and over. And at first I was really mad, but I guess, now that I think of it, they were the ones who have the really high death rate. So it's I wouldn't want to be the one having to make these decisions. I mean, I definitely do think that the healthcare workers, they absolutely needed to get it first because their job is to work with people who are contagious. So that made perfect sense to me. But I mean, I guess you could argue against me getting it after people over 65. I don't know though. Yeah, that's above my pay grade too. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I don't want that kind of responsibility on me, deciding who gets a vaccine and who doesn't. So I just hope that they, hurry up and get them distributed and make more of them so we can all get them. But I mean, I do know there's some people who are declining it. I would say though, if you're a healthy over 65er and never go anywhere, then wait. But how many people will fit into that category? Over 80s, yeah, because their death rate, if you're over 80 and get COVID, the death rate was, I don't remember the number was, but I remember it was frighteningly high. So yeah, I'm fine with that, So, but what we have going on here though that really ticks me off is Florida has what they call snowbirds, where it's people who are retired so they can live wherever they want, whenever they want, and they're originally from the north. And then when it gets cold up north, they come down here and spend the winter in Florida. And a lot of times in most cases, they have homes in both places. Down here, it just may be like a mobile home type of thing, like something cheaper. But yeah, so of course the snowbirds are here and they would be here no matter what because it's winter here. But the criteria for the shot, you didn't have to be a snowbird. You didn't have to have like a established residence here. You just had to be here at that given moment in time and be over 65. So we had a lot of people driving from other states into Florida to get the vaccines, which I thought was really crappy because we have people here who need the vaccine, who actually live here year round, like not just, oh, I'm just going to drive over from Alabama or Georgia or whatever and just come and get the shot and turn right back around and leave. I'm like, that's just crappy. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, that would tick me off a lot. So, but I don't know though, because I mean, I suppose on the other hand, if I found out that Georgia was giving vaccines to teachers and you didn't have to be a resident, I can't say that I wouldn't drive up to Georgia to get it if it was, like today or something. So, I don't know. Yeah, I can't, I don't know. I might very well do that if it came to it. I don't know. And plus my husband, he's kind of in the high risk category. I mean, I've had like respiratory things, but nothing like significant. But he's in a high risk category, so that's really, I'm more worried for him than anything else. And luckily, all my kids are healthy and everything. But yeah, it's hard. I don't know. All right, I wonder if I have anything else sewing related that I can. I already showed all the wallets. Yeah, I haven't really made anything else since then. So, all right, I think I'm gonna end the video now because I don't have anything sewing left to do. So, all right, so well, this was fun though. It's nice chatting with people even if I don't know you personally. So, thanks for tuning in. And then I think I'm gonna do this again. It was fun. I think next time though I'm gonna plan ahead a little bit better and have sewing projects set up here. And then they'd have to be ones that I don't need to toggle back on my screens, like because with PDF patterns, I don't print out the instructions. I just look at them on my screen on Adobe Acrobat. So anyway, all right. Well, take care, everybody, and we will talk soon. Bye.